Hey, welcome back. It's Terry from Everything Homestead. Today I'm going to work on putting some T-posts in for my new fence line I'm putting in. I'm installing a woven wire fence for the sheep, and this is just one part of a few videos I'm putting out about how to construct such a fence. For the T-posts on here, I'm just going to show you how to go about doing it. The first thing you need is some string to give you a straight line. I'm going to attach a string from this post to the post down there. I currently have, this is a short section, it's about 70 feet, so I thought this would work well for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to run a string, and the T-posts are going to be approximately 10 feet apart, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But the key thing is to put the string up first. If you're going to install any kind of fence, whether it's a woven wire fence like what I'm doing, a barbed wire fence, picket fence, chain link fence, you got to have it straight because it'll add to its longevity of the fence. It'll look like a professional did it, and it'll cause less headaches down the road because a poorly constructed fence is going to have to be repaired a lot more often than the one that's built correctly. So let's go tie this string to the post. A lot of the stuff is common sense for the folks that have built fences before. So I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you probably haven't built that many fences before, and you have built a lot of fences before. Welcome. I'm glad you're watching, but I'm not sure why you're watching, but welcome. I'm glad everybody's watching. Let's go tie this string down at the far end. I'll show you how to tie the knots. All right, so now we're down here at the far end from where I just started the video, and we're going to put this up, about 1.5 feet or so. There's a little bit of a knoll in the landscape between this post and the other post, so I want this as low as I can, but from point A to point B, I don't want it touching the ground at any point. So I'm just going to tap this nail in to attach the string. Just like that. And on this end, it's just a simple slip knot type situation. You want it to hold, but you don't want it to be so tough you can't get it apart. So it's just a slip knot, plain and simple. Don't overcomplicate this. I mean, really, tying your shoelace is a form of a slip knot. So if you can't figure out how to do it like I just did, just do like you tie a shoelace. Now we're going to take this to the other end. I'll give you a closer up view of how I'm going to tie the knot on the other end because it is different. Forgot to mention one more thing. I put it on the side of the post. I want this string to represent where my woven wire for the fence is going to be. So that's why I put it on the side of the post, not in the other front of the post. So this is going to represent where the wire is going to be. And so when this is in place, the T-posts are going to rest up against this as well, up and down the line. Okay, here we are back where we started the video at this post here. I'm going to pull the string tight, and I have it high enough so it's not touching the ground between that end and this end. That's where I'm going to put this nail. That should be good to hold it. All right, now I'm going to bring you in to show you how to tie the string so it ties on securely, nice and tight, and it also comes off really easy without knots. Okay, here's the way I like to do it. Take the string, get approximately where it needs to be. Then you take this part, take your fingers, you make a loop. I've got the other end here. You just kind of put your hands, fold it over your hands, take your hands and twist it 5, 6, 7 times. And then take the loop you just made, slip that over the nail. And then you take the loose end, give it a pull. And at the same time, pull this way on the string that goes to the other post. Pull it tight. Keep pulling tension. So I'm pulling away with this end. I'm putting tension on the string all the way to the other post. And you get it where you think you like it. You take this string on this end, pull it back this way till it's snug, and then you've got it. The string's all set. And if you want to tension it some more, just repeat it. Grab that end, pull it this way. So you're basically going like this. Pulling the string tight with this one, or pulling the line with this towards the nail, pulling the loose end this way, creating tension. Then you take and slide the string forward, gets it all somewhat, it's not a knot, but it gets it all tightened right here. I'll show you. So you see I got this nice tight string going all the way down that other post. That's as simple as it is. For making a fence, if you're putting strings out for making a wall of some type of, for brick, or for marking off for a building site, whatever, it's all the same. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my T-posts, lay them out where they need to be. Every 10 feet, I'm gonna lay down a T-post so I can get my post driver and just stand it up, pound it in, and keep on going down the line. So for me, I measured out my natural pace is 10 feet for every 4 paces. So that's how, I mean, this doesn't have to be exact science down to the 1/4 inch or nothing. So every 4 paces, every 10 feet. So here's one of the T-posts I'm going to install. All the T-posts that I'm installing are 6 foot. And that's another thing that I like to do if I can, to make it look more professional anyway. It looks more appealing to the eye, so to speak, is to make sure your fence posts are all the same height. Now, typically if it's barbed wire or woven wire, 6 foot's kind of the ideal length. You get 5.5 foot. It's just, you know, it works, but it's just a touch short where your wire comes up to the very top of the post sometimes. And so I like to keep everything uniform. So as you're looking down the line of the fence, you don't have short post, tall post, short, you know, and zigzag, and make it look nice and neat, especially if it's something near your home, near the building. If it's out in the back 40, no one's gonna ever see it, who cares? But so one of the key things I look at when I drive these posts in, there's this portion of the post right here. When you drive it down into the ground, I like to get it so these 2 tips are just under the surface of the ground of the dirt. And that way, if you use that as a gauge, if you bury these things down, you know, this far into the ground, you know, that again is going to make it look like your fence posts are high, low. So get a set point. Maybe you want this an inch below the surface, whatever. Keep it the same for all your posts. It'll look much better. So as you put these in, this is going to sound really silly, but I've seen a lot of people do that. When they go to put their post driver on the post, they'll get their post in position, and then they'll sit there and try to get this over the top of it. All you gotta do is put the post driver on first. When it's down low, put it on there. Make sure the rib portion of the post is gonna be facing towards your wire. Get it as up and down, you know, as vertical as you can get, just by eyeballing it. Put it right up next to the string. Make sure you're square with the string, and then drive it in. That was the first one. I'm already kind of worn out. 6 more to go. See if I can get it done. All right, well, that gives you a good shoulder workout. I'm probably going to feel that in the morning, but look down the line here. It is really close to perfect. I mean, the base of the posts are right on, and just a matter of if I was straight up and down when I was pounding them in, but that can be adjusted. As long as the bases are in line, the top part of the post can wiggle a little bit just to straighten back out. Once you install the wire, you pull the tension on the wire, that wire is going to have enough tension to keep the post exactly straight. I mean, I'm pretty darn happy with where this is right now, but the tension wire will make it even straighter. So I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I think my next purchase is going to be a gas-powered post driver. I'm getting too old for this. Thanks for watching.